Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the videos which we have shared so far. And we have, in our previous video, it was shown to you how to consolidate summary when you have a number of files stored in a location which is mentioned in a cell like this. Okay, and then you run the program. It will first of all check that what are the files stored in there. Let me delete this. Yes, okay. And then once they are listed, then it will start from the very first one by one. Each file will be open, and its bottom line is stored in the summary sheet, right? So let me delete this for the moment. Yeah, and let me delete this as well. Okay, so let's run by Alt F11. We go to the macros and we run the summary report, right? This is our summary report, right? And let me make it a bit more readable for you. Yeah, summary report will do all these things. Go sub, which will close, or if any file extra is open, they will be closed, and then it will load the names of the file automatically to the location, and then it will consolidate. And once the consolidation is done, it will go to the summary and show you the summary. This is today's enhancement. Let me make it commented so that it does not execute for the moment. We are just doing the recap. Okay, so let's play it. That's it. So it is now listing all the files and making the summary. Then thus far we have completed our summary. And now the next step, when you have got all the bottom lines in here, of course, the next thing sometimes is that you would like to plot a graph or something, so that because graphs are the best way to interpret graphically the trend contained in those figures, right? Otherwise, it would take a lot of time for you to come to some conclusion, to take some decision or whatever, right? So, and don't suppose that these are just 3 files. This program is made for as many files as available in that folder. They all will come and the summary will be prepared. So no hard coding in there, right? So far so good. Now today's our plan is to show you that the program will go one step forward to plot a chart. So a chart, we have already written the program. We will show you what is written in there. But for just to show you how would it work, let's play it. So it will do the same thing, opening of files, preparing the summary, and one additional thing is that it is going to plot you the graph. Right? The graph is for these 2 things: the watch time, 12.8 hours, then it increased to 16.69 hours, and then on the 2nd of July, it is 16.9 hours. That was the watch time of our videos so far. And it is also being compared with what? With this one, that is impression click-through rate. Impression click-through rate, it was 9.16, 4.4, and 4.17% is the click-through, means they have clicked our videos, and they have, so click rate is also important. We have to keep a watch on it, keep an eye on it, and that will give us how we are our performance is. Okay, so we have to uplift it, we have to increase it. So for this we need to have a quickest way of plotting all this, right? And also we have written a macro that it will, each time you run it, it will keep on increasing, adding a new chart. And so the first thing it does is to delete any old chart in the sheet. They are deleted, and then it creates the chart, right? So let's go to see. Let's see how is it done. Okay, we will cover in today's session only the charting procedure, right? The charting is very easy and very frequently used by the users who want the automation. It should automatically. I mean, creating a chart manually is fine. Everyone knows, we understand that even if you do not know, there is not much complicated steps in there. All you need to do is select the range and click the chart, the type, select the type of the chart, and the Excel will use its own intelligence to provide you the best possible chart for you. And let's go to the Chart Pro, right? In order to see that where is this Chart Pro written, the code of this, so you will highlight it, press Control F, and select it current project, right? So this is going to take you directly to the procedure which we have written. Just suppose that we are writing a new macro, so we are selecting the summary sheet. Whenever the Chart Pro is called, the first thing it has to do is to select the summary sheet where all the summary data are available. Okay, and then it is doing an on error resume next means it will be deleting all the charts. If there are no charts, it will just keep on and move on without giving you any error, right? So the charts will be already existing charts are going to be chart.delete. Here we have used the for and next loop. Previous session we used the do while loop. Both are the loops, and both can be used as an alternate to other, right? So here we have used the for just to tell you that this is also a loop, and this is also a way to do a repetitive thing within a loop. Whatever you write here, that is going to be executed until it covers all the objects chart or the so with each chart we want it to be deleted. Simple. Yeah. So it is plain English and telling it very simply that for each chart, which chart, which is in the active sheet, in the active sheet, and dot charts objects. Chart objects is a property that of the active sheet. Active sheet has further means a chart object if available. If there is no chart object, it will directly come to the next and finish the loop. It will get out of the loop, and then it will. This is the command on error. Go to 0. It is a reset of this command. This means on error resume next is actually has something to be used with very carefully used. It has to be used very carefully. Otherwise, it will camouflage all the errors. You won't be knowing the errors were appearing, and you can do the accidents, right? If you do not use this command to reset it. So that this is not its scope is to be limited. It is not going beyond its scope, right? If it goes beyond its scope throughout and you forget to write this command, any error will whenever it occurs due to whatever reason, it will be foregone and it will be treated as if no error, right? And that may be causing disasters, I would say, in the complicated and complex programming, right? So the termination of on error resume next is it must be done as soon as its purpose is served. When its purpose is done, immediately you must use on error go to 0 so that its effect does not go beyond this stage, right? Next is that it is selecting the range which need to be plotted. B and F and H. Let's go to the summary sheet and let's delete. Okay, we'll keep it like that. Okay, B is this. This is the legend, right? This is the legend. It's coming on the legend B, right? On which the category axis is use these labels, right? So B and Alt F11, yeah, B2 to B5 and F2 to F5. F2 are what? F2 are the views, right? If you see, yeah, these are the views. F2 to F5, F2 to F5, right? Yeah. So these are the views, and the other is the click-through expression. That's it, right? So okay. So it is not plotting the views. It is plotting what? It is plotting the G. It is plotting the G, not F, right? So F is the watch time. No, sorry, hang on. Let me F2 to F5. What is F2 to F5 is this, right? It has to be okay. Later on, it is being adjusted. So this is invalid, no longer valid. It was a valid command. We used it. So let's not confuse it with this. Let's forget about this. This is unwanted command. Actual command is this: the B5 to G5 and J5. G5. We are plotting G and J. That is watch time and impression click through through rate, right? So these both are to be plotted, and you will activate on GIF2, that's fine, and this is it. And this is how it is now made ready, and this is the chart type which has been defined. This chart type, every chart type has chart style has got its own number, right? 228 is this number, so having all these things, right? So for the moment, it is it's enough that if you understand that this is how a chart is plotted and this end. Okay, so but the question is, how do we get all these typed? You can save your typing. You can ask Excel to do it for you. How Excel will do it, I show you, right? And this is not only for graph, for all the things, the complex activity you perform. Before performing it, you 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 do one thing, that is the view, go to macro, and go to this record macros, right? You can give any name to it. Okay, press OK. Now, so the B to B5, right? And then G2 to G5. And I have pressed the control key so that a scattered selection is possible, right? Yeah, I'm not selecting any other thing. So how to do this is this: you hold down, you select first thing, right, without pressing control. Now you hold down the control key and select the other scattered range is this. It has to be coinciding. If it is finishing at row 5, it should also finish at row 5. And keep the control key pressed and select this one. So that's it. This way you have covered all the data you require to tell to the Excel which it needs to plot your graph. So you will go to the line graph, and in the line graph you are going to this, for example. Yeah, this is the line graph, or you can take any, this one or this one. Yeah, okay. Line with marker and this one. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, now you don't need this reverse. So you will go to the chart design, and in the design you will take this one. Yeah, this one. That's it. And still, you remember that the recording is on. Whatever we are doing, it's being recorded, right? And now we do the stop the macro, right? We stop the macro because our purpose of recording the macro is done. So we stop the recording. Okay. Now, to see what the code has been written, so you will go to the Alt F11, and in here you will find a new macro. Yeah. Now, this is 228, and this is what you have recorded, right? So all the code is available here. All you need to do is put this code inside your macro and run it. Sometime you might have to fine-tune the coding, and this we will do later on, that how to fine-tune the coding so that to adjust any changes in the data, they are automatically done. For example, tomorrow you will be having, instead of these 3 lines, there will be 4 lines. So your graph is at the moment is writing is restricting itself to the row 5. So how to make it flexible, so that if it is 6 row, then it should cover automatically, not that you have to do it. So B2 to B6, B7, like this, how many rows automatically. But for the moment, it is enough that as long as you understand that this is how we create the graph, that this is the quickest way. Record the macro and bring the code and put it into the loop, right? So in the loop we have used here, you see, we have given it a name, chart pro, name is chart pro, and we have used this as a chart pro. Once the summary is completed, so it is now the program flow is branched towards the chart pro. The chart pro is designing the chart. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and next time we will further go to make fine-tuning of the code so that it becomes flexible, and we remove the hard coding so that no matter how many files, we don't have to change the code again and again, and it automatically adapts it and plot the graph. Thank you very much for watching. So here is the quiz for the chart creation you have seen, and the first question is that what is the purpose of the following command on error resume next? Well, the options are that ignore any errors until a new on error command takes its place, or this tells the computer not to stop in case of any error, and it suppresses all the error message dialogues, all of these. Yes, all of these is the right answer. Okay, so let's see the next question. So what error will appear if the user accidentally changes the name of the summary sheet without any corresponding changes in the VBA code? Yes, the sheet, whenever the sheet name is not found, or when it is found, it is changed, and the code is trying to find such a sheet, and it is not finding it. So the file not found is not there, because this is related to the file. We have the sheet problem in the sheet. This is not the right error message. The summary sheet not got missing. No error will appear due to the command on error resume next. No. Yes, this might be the right one, provided the on error command is rightly placed. On error command is there, but it is located afterwards. Before on error command, there is the command. So the error would occur if the summary sheet name is changed and no changes made in there. So error would occur. So because the on error resume next command is placed right after this, not before this. If it would be before this, then this was the right answer, right? If this was located before this, yes, then the error would be suppressed. But since this is not before this, so this is not the right answer. So the right answer is subscript out of range. Yes, this is the error which would appear when you have the subscript out of range. Let's try it. If we go there and we make a change, for example, we change the summary sheet. Summary sheet name is, for example, changed. Okay, we have changed the name of the summary sheet. Okay, so let's try executing this. Press F8 will go to the step. This is step, right? One line at a moment. Now it is trying to execute this, and it will subscript out of range. The subscript out of range is the right error that would appear if you change the summary sheet name. The name of the sheet is changed, right? Okay, so this is the right answer. Right answer is this. Okay, so let's get to the next question. So what is the name of the procedure which is used to plot the chart? Of course, it is chart pro, not the Closure, not consolidate, not charts.h. This is the procedure name, right? And what function key is used to put a breakpoint on a desired line? Yeah. So F8 will take F9 with, yes, F9 is the right one. F8 is actually taking the step. F5 is taking is for the execution of the means to run the macro. So F9 is the right answer to put a breakpoint. That's right. Okay, so this is how it has created. We have updated the database. That's why this quiz is coming. You also have the other view of the MCQ, which is based on a random. Okay? It picks the random questions and tests you, right? So without any sequence, that is much more effective way of testing yourself when you do not know that what would be the next question which is going to be picked. So since it is using a randomized function. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. See you in our next video.